So majorly this like this sessions. Okay, this sessions for how to install the OBIEE application in your machines. Like it may be a Windows or it may be a Linux, whatever it. But we have to install application in your machine. First thing is. Second one is based upon your availability of the data sources. Okay, so based upon the data sources, we have to connect our OBIEE application to the databases, and we can bring the metadata or we can bring the table structure into the reporting side. Okay, we can build the data model. I mean, we have to learn all these things. We can build the data model. Then once data model is nothing but as per the requirement, we have to give the joint condition with the tables. The second one is if any new column you have to create, like multiplying two columns. Okay, so and any other part of column you have to create. Then hierarchies, or if you want to create new tables, then all these things we do in the data modeling stage. Once we completed all these things, then we can go for the reporting side. Reporting side always it's like a like view. Basically, it's a presenting to the users. So everything we have to show through the reports. Okay, that thing we will learn in as per the available database. So anyone have like real-time databases? Because already you know this, right? So you have any real-time databases in your system, so that we can go. It's like a project only. If you have, otherwise we'll go with our sampling database. So basically, these things we will learn. If you have any databases, let me know. We will install the database in your machine. Okay, so like basically the interaction looks like we will install application in your machines, both of you. Already Vikas have that one, but Deepak will install. Then the database will install in your Oracle database.
Yeah, Oracle database has been installed already, but I don't have any sample data or anything like that.
Okay. So we'll provide that sample data. It's a freeware from Oracle website.
Okay.
You can download easily. No issues on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as per the so I'm sharing my screen. This is the data warehouse architecture. So how the data flow from source to target. So always, not always, but most of the cases, as a reporter. So our source is warehouse. It may be the warehouse contains in the Oracle database or SQL, MySQL, or any other databases. But our target is our like OBIEE source is always data warehouse. Then data warehouse source is operational data source. Operational data source is nothing but it's the OLTP. There are different types of operational data sources. Now, okay, so right. Okay, see here in this architecture, information distribution becomes a OBIEE stand. I mean, OBIEE side, any reporting tool, not only OBIEE, information distribution. We are sharing the information to users. So, what is the purpose of actual like using the reporting tools? So, anyone? So, what is the purpose of creating the reports? And entire any reporting tool, not only OBIEE. So we are talking about the reports, right? So that reports. What is the use of reports?
For analyzing the business.
Okay, so only for business. By saying that business, what they will do? Basically, they will analyze their business. So one thing. After analyzing, is there any decisions they want to take to improve the business? So they will go for decisions. So that's what the entire warehouse, like we will call it as a decision making. Okay, decision support decision making. So reporting tool is always decision making. Okay. So in this in this one, here this is the cutoff. Okay, so warehouse from year to year it's OLAP. Okay, so here it's a OLTP. Okay, operational data source is the OLTP. Online transactional processing, warehouse, like we'll call it as a OLAP. Now here, you understand, right? So by using any ETL tool, we will capture, we will connect it to the OLTP system, operational data sources, and based upon the modeling, okay, we will create the dimensional modeling and we'll bring the data or we'll load the data into warehouse. Warehouse is the target, target source, target for ETL tool, and source is the operational data source. When it comes to the reporting side, our source is data warehouse and reporting is the ultimately final target. See this one. OLTP is the source, warehouse or OLAP is the target. Okay, so OLTP is the source, warehouse or OLAP is the target for ETL or ELT tools. They will load the data. So from OBIEE standpoint, so OLAP is the source. Okay, so in this OLAP we will develop, warehouse, basically warehouse. As per the business process, we will create the users, okay, or schemas, basically schemas. So those schemas we will load the data. So certain business kind of data like finance, sales, procurement, supply chain. So those kind of data we will install or we will store in single schemas. Those schemas we will call it as a data mart. So any questions here in this architecture? So got it? Any? This flow of the data where we will get from source data to warehouse to reporting side. Any questions? Because
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to the with the primary purpose of reporting is ultimately creates the report. Second one is once we create the report, we have to place those reports onto the dashboard and we'll give the permissions to dashboards to users. User will access those dashboards. Finally, so you have to give the as per the requirement. You have to create the dashboards and give the reports. So in this entire reporting tools, OBIEE is one of the reports. Okay, OBIEE came from Oracle business, like Oracle Corporation, but the first invented this reporting tool is inquiry system, NQS. Okay, NQS system in 1990s. 1995. Okay, in 1995 they are introduced one of the reporting tool. So that reporting tool, first basic reporting tool is NQS system. Later, Siebel. Siebel acquired NQS system and they have created Siebel Analytics. Okay, in 1999. This is about the history of the OBIEE reporting tool. So in 1999, Siebel acquired NQS systems and they are introduced Siebel Analytics. Later, Oracle acquired Siebel Analytics with the version of 7. Okay, the final version of Siebel is Siebel Analytics 7. So after 7, Oracle acquired Siebel, this reporting tool, and they are introduced 10G version. The basic OBIEE version is 10G version in Oracle Corporation. So later, they have created 11G version. In this 11G, there are different versions are there. Okay. So the basic version of 11G is 11.1.3.0. Now we are in 7.9.0 is the latest version. So it's released recently. But the most standard version every client is using 7.0 version. Okay, because which version you are installed? So it's like a 7.0, 9.0 or 6.0.
9.0.
Okay, so that's what it's the latest version, 9.0 latest version, but the standard version is this one, 7.0 version. Okay.
Oh, actually, on that note, 12C was just released on Friday.
Sorry.
12C just released on Friday.
Yeah, 12C. But that is not yet in the market, right? So 9.0.
No, it was released on Friday. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. This is the history of OBIEE. Then when it comes to the architecture wise, there is a lot of difference between 10G version and 11G version. In 11G, 10G, there is no WebLogic concept. Anyone heard about WebLogic? Basically, WebLogic is a server. We can install many applications. Okay. So, majorly, this is the architecture of simple architecture, simple OBIEE architecture, OBIEE 11G architecture. When it comes to the OBIEE 10G version, there is no WebLogic concept. All 10G version is the two-tier architecture. In this two-tier, OBIEE components are one tier, and other tier is OC4J. When it comes to the 11G, okay, so 11G, WebLogic, OC4J, and we call it as a node manager. The third one is Oracle OBIEE component. This is a three-tier architecture. So 10G version is two-tier, 11G version is three-tier architecture. So the architecture of OBIEE is this one. Okay. 1 second, I will take this. So if anyone not understanding, please let me know. Ask me questions so that I will explain. Once again.
Yeah, you can proceed.
Okay. So this is the basic architecture of OBIEE. In this architecture, OBIEE 11G architecture, we are not talking about 10G architecture because it's the outdated one. Then 11G architecture is 11G. WebLogic is one side, one part, and the OBIEE components is another part. See here. So I'm dividing entire this architecture in two groups. One is WebLogic domain. Second one is Oracle BA system components. These are related to purely OBIEE. Okay, so these are purely related to WebLogic. Okay, so in this OBIEE is a independent application. WebLogic is a common for any other Oracle related software. Okay, we can install. We can use WebLogic server and we can install many applications. Like anyone know about Primavera PC? It's also one of the reporting. So we can create the report by using that software. We can install a software in this WebLogic server. It will support. And OBIEE also we can install. Okay. So many applications. SOA, we will go for this WebLogic server. All these different applications, it's common for Oracle applications like OBIEE, Primavera PC, and SOA. There are different applications are there. All these applications we can install in single WebLogic server. It's not a problem. Here, that's what this is for WebLogic domain is for common to all applications, but we are using OBIEE so that WebLogic OBIEE system, OBIEE application is different. So two different parts. One is WebLogic, second one is OBIEE. So in this OBIEE, all the components, OBIEE contains majorly in this OBIEE software 5 independent servers are there. Okay, independent servers. So those names are BA server, presentation server, Java host, cluster control, scheduler. Independent servers. But all these five, we will call it as a OPMN services. Oracle Process Manager and Notification Servers. Simply we will call it as a OPMN. OPMN is Oracle Process Manager. So in this servers, each and every server having their own configuration files, their own application tools, their own log files, and their own security. Okay, everything is it's independently, but all together it will act as a single OBIEE components. Okay, single server all together, but in that single server there are multiple servers are existed. Those servers are BA server, presentation, Java host, cluster, and scheduler. So the use of the servers, okay, see, for example, BA server, basically BA server is the heart of the OBIEE application. So if BA server is down, okay, I will show you, so in real time, how many servers are there, I will show you what is the use of BA server and everything. But remember these technical things, BA server and presentation server. Basically, BA server is the use of, BA server contains one tool. Okay, so tool. In OBIEE, if you install application, see, I'm showing here. Going to, yeah, I have installed the client, but if you install OBIEE applications, you will get, in that application, you will that can be installed WebLogic server as well as OBIEE components. So everything will be installed in your machine. Here, as part of BA server, this is the administration. Okay, so this is the administration. If you click on this administration, it will open one tool. Okay, it will open one tool. That tool is called as a administration tool. Okay, we'll call it as a administration tool. Majorly, this administration tool is used for connecting to the database. Okay, so our database is warehouse, connecting to the warehouse, and we can import metadata. Okay, we won't import any data into the in this administration tool. Just we will import the structure of the table from the database. Okay, what is the structure of the table? You know this, right? So table name, the columns, how many columns existed in the table, all the columns and the corresponding data types, and the size of the database, size of the columns, and each and every column, whether it is a nullable or not null or null value. So, and the primary key and foreign key relationship if existed in the database. So all these things we will import into this one. So here already I have one created file. This administration, by using this administration tool, we will create one file. That file is that file extension is .rpd. We cannot open without this tool. That file we cannot open without this tool. Only this tool. By using this tool, we will open that file. Okay, in that file, we will bring we will create the data model. Okay, so just I'm opening. If you want to create any new file, then go for new repository, and we will create like this. But already I have created one created file, so we'll use that file. So there is a big story about this file. It's already developed one. It's developed by Oracle Corporation only. So that's what we will call it as this one is OBIEE. Anyone know about OBIEE? Oracle Business Intelligence Applications. So in this business intelligence applications, ETL Informatica is one ETL tool, and reporting tool is OBIEE. Okay, so already in this is a package. OBIEE is a package. In this package, Informatica is a ETL tool, and OBIEE is a reporting tool. So in this package, Oracle developed one pre-built package, like pre-built application. See, in Informatica level, mapping, everything will be done in Informatica side. You can install that application into the Informatica, then you can just connect to the source and the targets, then you can start the you can start the loading. So that is the part. And OBI side also, data model, inbuilt data model. Okay, so we call it as inbuilt RPD and report as per the basic client requirement. Oracle created as per the basic client requirement RPD data model as well as reports. So just we can deploy this RPD into server, then we can and also reports also. Just we can connect what is the source of this reporting tool. Just we can use the report. This is the one thing. So that RPD is the this one. Okay. So already it's a developer one. This administration tool is divided into 3 layers. One is physical layer, second one is BMM layer, third one is presentation layer. So in this physical layer, there is a dependency between each and every layer. So presentation layer is dependent on business layer, like the business model BMM layer. We call it as a BMM layer. Then BMM layer always depends on physical layer. Okay, so this we cannot connect directly to the BMM layer to database and the presentation layer to database. So only to the physical layer, we will connect to the database and we will import the metadata and we will identify the join conditions between the dimension tables and fact tables. Then we give the join conditions. Once the join conditions are completed, we bring all the tables into BMM layer. Just I am explaining outlook of the RPD. So here we will create a new tables and a new logical tables and a new logical column hierarchies. If you want to create any aggregate tables, and those things we will do in BMM layer. Logically, we will do all these things like left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Those things we will do in BMM layer. So once the BMM layer is completed, we'll bring, based upon the business process, we'll create the models. Okay, we call it as a here subject area. So in this presentation layer, whatever the components are there, we will call it as the subject area. Okay, based upon the user requirement, we'll create the subject area. Once we created all these things, okay, these 3 layers, once we completed these development, we'll deploy this RPD, this administration tool RPD into server. Okay, into server. Then this RPD became a live RPD, then online RPD. We call it as the online RPD in technical words. So then, based upon this RPD, we will create the reports. Okay, that is the front end side. We will create the reports. So any questions here till now in this RPD side? So in this architecture, so I explained, right? So we are discussing about this one, BA server. Okay, any questions on BA server? Clear, or you want one more explanation?
So BI server is administrative tool, right?
Yeah, BA server is a server. Okay, so that server existed in WebLogic server, but that server will maintain this administration tool.
Okay, sounds good then. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the purpose of this administration tool. So basically, if you go to the business objects, okay, so business objects is also one of the reporting tool, you know, right? So in that business objects, whatever the things are there, so the same things are here also available. But this RPD in business object, we will call it as a universal. Okay, so if you know, then just I am explaining. Universal, but when it comes to the OBIEE side, we call it as a RPD. Okay, RPD full name is Rapid File Directory or Repository. So Rapid File Directory. It contains only metadata, nothing more than this. So here, see, I'm expanding this database. This is the Oracle database. We can connect to directly EBS databases. So reporting tool, this OBIEE tool, just not only purpose, not only warehouse connection. Okay, we can connect like EBS, PeopleSoft, and SQL Analytics, SQL databases, and Excel files. So all these sources we will connect directly. Okay, but if you connect to EBS or any OLTP system and if you want to create reports, basically that will give like some performance issues. So that we'll create intermediate database, that is a wareform. Then we will go for by using reporting tool, we connect to the warehouse and we create the reports. So that is the purpose of and also like if you want to store historical data, always you can go for data warehouse. So basically this is the purpose of this is the RPD. Okay, so these are all the tables existed in the warehouse. If you click on this table, it will give the information about the table. So W_FY_DD is the table. It's a physical table. In columns, all these are columns, and the columns contains data type and length, whether it is a null value. I mean, this particular column exists a null value or not. Okay, is there any keys? Then this is the primary key of this tables. And is there any foreign key? Basically, foreign key existed in the fact table. So because it's a dimension table, so it contains the key. Okay, these information exist in this administration tool or RPD. So once we completed this one, always we will go for the second server is VA server. So I mean here VA server contains configuration. Okay, it contains their own configuration. Okay, I mean if you want to increase the size of the memory of the server, VA server, you can go for that. Okay, that's what if you want to increase the size of the cache, then you have to increase in that configuration. Everything will be there. So it's a configuration file, different configuration file. Like presentation server, basically this presentation server is used to presenting the information to users. Okay, so this is the front end of OBIEE application. So if you install OBIEE, okay, so if you install OBIEE, then you will get 3 URLs. Okay, URL, web-based URL. Okay, first one is analytics. First one is analytics. Second one is WebLogic server. We call it as the admin tool. Then EM, WebLogic server enterprise manager. So analytics, this this URL, it can be created based upon your system name. So HTTP, your system name, okay, host name, and colon. If you installed simple installation, OBIEE having 2 types of installations. One is enterprise installation. Second one is simple installation. If you installed simple installation for learning purpose, then you will get 7001 is the port, standard port and analytics. Okay, this is the login URL for creating the reports, creating the dashboards and forms, whatever the front end side. And if you install enterprise installation, okay, so you will get 970. So because what about your system? Okay, which URL you are using for creating the reports? So first one or second one?
I use the second one mostly.
Yeah, 9704 is the enterprise installation. Okay, there is a lot of difference between simple installation and enterprise installation. For learning purpose, simple installation we will install. For in the projects, okay, in the projects we will go for enterprise installation, because if you install simple installation, we cannot go for upgradation. Okay, we cannot upgrade the application to one version to other version. If you install enterprise installation, it will support for upgrading the system. Okay, upgrading the application. So that is a major difference. Then WebLogic server. So here also host name 7001 console. Okay, the third one is here. These are the three URLs you will get once you install application in your system. Then you will get these three, either this one or this one, and these two. Okay, so WebLogic server, it's purely related to the WebLogic server, and this is OBIEE server. Analytics is the OBIEE server. This URL will be maintained by this server, presentation server. If presentation server down, then you are unable to access this one. So you are unable to access. Okay, so you are unable to access the front-end application. Then Java host is nothing but it's a engine. Java host is a engine. It will support for application. Okay, see, if you want to log into the application, then yeah, we'll go for one. Okay, see here, I'm logging into this. This here enterprise manager. Okay, this enterprise manager basically running under running by using the Java host. Okay, Java host nothing but it's a server. It maintains all the backend Java related information. Java code. So everything will be done in Java code. So if you want to run the Java code, you have to go for Java engine. So that is called as Java host. And cluster control basically uses to it is a server. This server act as a communicator between the each server. Okay, so for example, you want to create a report. You are logged into this application analytics, and you are trying to create a report. So if you have created report, then you want you click on the result for getting the data. I want to see the result or result of report. Then always that request will goes to DA server. Okay, that request will goes to DA server. This process will take care of this cluster control. Okay, and also once the request goes to the database and will back to the presentation server to verify, to view the data in the report. So that request also will take care of cluster control. Okay, so and in that report we have created graphical. Okay, the back end of the graphical report. Okay, so like pie chart, line bar, and Pareto. There are different views are there, or different graphical views are there. So if you want to display the graphical view, you have to go for the backend engine is Java host engine, Java engine. So that communication will take care of this cluster control. So the final thing is cluster control is the server. It will act as a mediator between the other servers. Okay, so it will take the request and it will pass the request to other server, appropriate server. BA server basically, BA scheduler basically used to schedule the reports. For example, user want to receive a data to their email addresses from the OBIEE server. Okay, from the OBIEE server, user wants to receive daily 6 o'clock. User want to receive one of the report. So for that purpose, you have to create scheduler. Okay, you have to create in OBIEE. We call it as the agents. So these agents, all these agents will be managed by BA server. Okay, so if you created this agent for a particular time, every day, okay, every day BA scheduler will take care of that scheduling part, and it will generate, it will execute the report, and it will deliver to the corresponding email address, corresponding user email address. So that is the purpose of BA scheduler. No need to run manually every day on daily basis, just only for once you set up, then automatically BA server will take care of the sending reports to users. So this is all these things about the Oracle BA component or Oracle OBIEE components. So any questions here before moving to WebLogic server? So if you want to see BA server, okay, BA presentation server is there, right? So BA presentation server exists one URL. Okay. See, once you log into the, once you install, then this is the front end of the OBIEE application. So every user access, every user enter this URL, then they have to give username and password. Once enter username and password, then only that user able to access OBIEE reports. So this is the front end of the application. This application, this analytics will run based upon this BA presentation server. So any questions on detail like on BA components, OBIEE components?
I think I'm okay.
Okay, thanks. So before moving to WebLogic server, okay, so I want to log in this WebLogic server. This WebLogic server mainly used as part of OBIEE. Okay, so we can create the users in the WebLogic server, and we can create the groups, and if you want to migrate users from one environment to other environment, and if you want to migrate code from dev to QA, QA to UAT, UAT to production, it's a process. Before going to before go live, then the code moving from one server to other server, we will do all these things in WebLogic server. Okay, WebLogic domain. So, for example, if you want to deploy any new supported web application for OBIEE, you have to go for WebLogic domain. This WebLogic domain divided into two categories again. Then first category is managed server, second category is admin server. So admin server is common for any type of installation. See, we discussed about two types of installation. One is simple installation, and the second one enterprise installation. Right. So you are installed two types of installations. One is simple install. Second one is enterprise. Enterprise installation. Okay. Simple installations. Any type of installation in this diagram, admin server is common. Okay. Admin server is common. In this admin server, if you install simple installation, these servers, these applications will come under this admin server. Okay. For example, if you installed enterprise installation, the purpose of enterprise installation is by using this enterprise installation, we can make it as a clusters. We can implement cluster environment. Cluster environment. Cluster environment is nothing but one server down. See, for example, production is there. Production you are maintaining in one server. Okay. So suddenly that server collapses, like due to some various reasons. That server, you are unable to access that server. So it will impact the business. So that in that case, what we have to do, we have to implement the cluster environment. Cluster environment is nothing but two servers existed. One server is down, automatically that the second server will get up and running. Always these two are up and running, but the primary request will go to the second server. So in that case, there is no impact on business. So that kind of environment we will build based upon the enterprise manager. Okay, so based on the enterprise installation, if you see this is the web logic. Okay, so in this web logic, see admin server is there and the BA server. Okay, so admin server, it's an enterprise installation. So admin server is there, BA server is there. So you can create n number of BA servers, n number of BA servers, BA server 1, BA server 2, BA server 3. These type of clusters, this type of things we will call it as a C cluster. If you install a simple installation, you won't find this BA cluster. You will get only admin server. In that admin server, the components will be existed. So in this WebLogic server, okay, so in this WebLogic domain, so all the corresponding application related services are existed. One second, it's opening actually. So we as part of OBIEE, we will do in this WebLogic server deployments, users creation, groups creation, implementing the security, creating new application roles. Okay, so users deployment, maintenance, like monitoring the application whether services are up and running or not. See here, okay, in this Fusion middleware, BA server is down, so that you are unable to access the front-end application because one server is down. Backends are some like the team is doing about doing this maintenance activities. So server down here, but all the services, all the environment is up and running. Then we will see 100% in green mark. 100% in green mark. If any server down, we will get this red mark. So for that purpose, we have, for that monitor purpose, we will go for enterprise EM. See here, enterprise manager. Okay. I don't know, 1 second. Then one more URL is there. So that URL is console. So basically this console is used to deploy the new web applications if you want. Otherwise, just you can install WebLogic server, you can use for creating the group. See, if you want to create users, then security real MS. If you want to integrate LDAP, then you can integrate LDAP. Then go to my realm. So you will find all the users registered in this environment. See, these are all the users. Okay, so like this we will use this WebLogic server. Okay, nothing more than this from the OBIEE standpoint. The basic thing is we have to go for like deployments, these things, deployments, security implementation. So any questions till now in this architecture wise, and any questions about the OBIEE related stuff? Yeah, that's what. So any questions? I'm asking any questions?
Oh, no questions, right? So like so right now when you have BI cluster is down, that is the presentation, right? But at that time analytics doesn't start, right?
No, it will see if BA server is, the cluster server is down. Okay, so that will impact on front end application. Okay.
Yeah, which is analytics, right?
Yeah, analytics. Right. See, analytics. See, in this one, you will find WebLogic domain, business intelligence. Okay, two types of two folders. WebLogic. Okay, in this one, see, WebLogic domain. It's purely related to WebLogic domain. And the second folder is business intelligence. Business intelligence folder is related to business OBIEE servers. OBIEE contains 5 servers. If you click on this core application, you will find 5 servers. OBIEE 5 servers. Okay. So in this case, all OBIEE services are up and running, but BA cluster, so BA1 server, BA server is down, then you are unable to access OBIEE's front-end application too, because there is a communication, there is a dependency on WebLogic server with business intelligence, like OBIEE. That's what WebLogic is a server. We will install OBIEE in WebLogic server. If WebLogic server is up and running, then only you are able to access the OBIEE service, OBIEE server. So in this case, cluster control is down. Okay, cluster like BA server is down. In this BA server, it contains all these things. See, manager server is there. So in this manager server, OBIEE related analytics server is also there. So that if you want to see that one, you have to go for EM, Enterprise Manager. See, 1 second. Go to the environments, servers. Okay, so in this server, see, admin server is up and running. Then second one is BA cluster is not up and running. If you click on this one, you will find, okay, see, you will find all these things. See, analytics, RES, analytics. Okay, these two related to OBIEE components. Okay, OBIEE communication, OBIEE components. If this BA server is down, then you are unable to access the front-end applications. Okay? I'm going to see, this is the front-end application. Yeah, this one. If you click on this one, you will get a page not running. See here, unable to connect because server is, the BA server is down. That communication, that related communication will not go into this server because it's down. So that is the purpose of WebLogic server. If you want to access OBIEE application, then you have to see, you have to get all OBIEE WebLogic services are up and running. Then only you are able to access the front-end applications, OBIEE applications.
Yeah, I have hard times whenever the service goes down to make one it come up.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, so this is all the information. This is information about the OBIEE. So first thing is we have to download OBIEE software. Then we have to install. Once installation completed, we start with the data warehousing concept. Once completed data warehousing concept, if you don't know, if you know, then well and good. I will start immediately OBIEE. Otherwise, data warehousing concept, then we'll go for it's compulsory, it's needed data warehousing concept. Then we'll go for like OBIEE stuff.